Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Euro Cooking Canuck. On today's segment of Memories of Malta, I'm going to be making you another childhood favorite. I'm going to be making you torta L-irkotta. What that basically is L-irkotta pie. Now in Malta, there's different ways to make it from household to household. What I'm going to do is show you my favorite version of this pie. Now, back in Canada, ricotta, and probably in the US as well, is quite expensive. So if you do not have ricotta, you can substitute this for cottage cheese, which we did in our family many times. All right, guys, sit back, relax. I'm going to show you how to make amazing Maltese ricotta pie. Hey gang, welcome to the kitchen. Alright, I'm going to show you everything we're going to need to make the ricotta pie. Obviously, ricotta. I have 500 grams of ricotta, or as I said, you can substitute this with drained cottage cheese. Now guys, I am not making my own short crust pastry. I'm actually taking a shortcut on the short crust. Go ahead and find your favorite frozen pre-made short crust if you don't want to make it yourself. If you do, there are a million videos on YouTube that you can look up. However, I am cheating, okay? This is just as good. Here in Malta, we have lots of pastizzerias or pastizzi shops that sell homemade short crust pastry, and I found one that I actually like, so I'm gonna use the pre-made version. Why not? As far as the fillings go, it's optional. I have some bacon, or you can even use pancetta. In addition to those, you're going to need 4 eggs, 3 for the recipe, 1 for brushing on the pastry. You're going to need some grated cheese. Go ahead and use Parmesan, Reggiano, whatever you like is your favorite grated cheese. Here in Malta, we happen to use what we call Jobon tel Hak, which is usually a kefaletori. Right, now I have some fresh, beautiful broad beans that are grown here in Malta. And again, this is optional to your taste. If you like, you can substitute with just garden peas or sweet peas. And I also have some fresh flat leaf parsley. Again, it's optional. However, I tend to love parsley, and I put a lot in. You're also going to need salt and pepper to taste, some flour for dusting, and some fat or butter margarine to grease your pie plate. That's it, guys. All right, and I'll be right back and show you what I do next. Hey everyone, welcome to the stovetop. First things first, you're going to get your broad beans going in a pot of cold water, and we're going to blanch these for 5 minutes or so. Keep an eye on them. Pods and all, that's fine. And once they are soft, you can open the pods, take out the broad beans, and if they're bigger, you might have to take the skins off. But if they're young, you can just leave the skins on. It's up to you. All right, guys. That's step 1. Get your broad beans going. All right, so what I've gone ahead and done now is I've really greased my pie plate well. All right, and I've gone ahead already and rolled out our short crust. I just basically divided it into 2 for a top and a bottom. And I'm gonna place this gently, as best I can, into our pie plate. Now, it runs the risk of shrinking back on you, so it's always best to let it rest a little bit. All right, so just cover it with a clean kitchen towel and let it rest. Before you do that, actually, no, that's fine. You can just let that rest. And it's very forgiving, it's very pliable, like Play-Doh. So, all right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cover this with a kitchen towel, and I'm going to let this rest for a bit. And the beans are done, and I'll be back and show you what we do next. All right, guys, stick with me. It's really simple. Hey guys, okay, next step, I'm just frying up my bacon, setting some aside right on the kitchen towel, and just put that aside when it's done. Like I said, you can use pancetta if you prefer. All right, see you in a bit when I show you. All right, guys, our broad beans are done. I've just plunged them into some cold water to shock them to stop the cooking process. I'm gonna shuck these and put them aside, and I'll show you what's next. My pie crust is done. I've just trimmed off the excess, poked some holes into it, and gave it a light egg wash. Simply beaten egg with a little bit of water, or you can use milk even if you'd like. Now, you can blind bake this if you like. However, I don't want the crust to be overcooked. I don't want it to be soggy either. That's why I popped holes in it, but I don't want it to be overcooked. So I'm not going to blind bake this. Plus, I want the top to stick to this rim nicely. All right, guys, so that's all done. I've shucked our beans, as you can see here. Pardon me, I put them in a lid. Classy, huh? Anyways, so all that's left to do now is to mix the ingredients for the pie, and I'll be right back and show you how to do that. All right, so in my bowl here, I have our 500 grams of ricotta cheese and the 3 eggs. I'm going to mix this somewhat, a little bit incorporated. I have one shot at this because if I screw up, I'm not doing this again, and that means you don't get a video. All right, so it looks like scrambled eggs right now. To that, I'm going to add pepper. Ricotta and pepper, oh, works so well, so I'm going to be a little bit liberal. Guys, this is to your taste. Salt, now go a little easy with salt because the bacon has salt, and I'll tell you guys, it's easier to add salt than to take away, obviously. And also the grated cheese has salt, to which I'm going to go ahead and add now. And I like a liberal amount. I mean, don't go too nuts with it, but it should be a healthy portion. I'd say that's about a half a cup and a bit. All right, let's mix this really well. Oh, it smells amazing already. Guys, the pepper, don't miss out on the pepper. You have to have pepper in this. It smells divine. Pepper and Parmesan, like, really just match made in heaven. So I'm pretty happy with that now, and I'm gonna go ahead. What I've done is roughly chop my parsley. I don't like it really fine because I like to know there's fresh parsley in there, not dried, and my beans are in there as well. So in they go. Everybody into the pool. If you watch the Flintstones, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so that's in. And I've also crumbled my bacon. I don't like it too small. I like to see that there's pieces in there. Again, pancetta would have really been nice in here, but I didn't have pancetta, and bacon was really cheap on sale, so that's going in as well. And everybody's going to get to know each other. Hi, bacon. Hi, parsley. Hi, beans. Hi. I know, I'm being silly. All right, guys. I'm going to continue mixing this up. It's looking pretty good. It's smelling amazing. And then I'll meet you back here for the next step, which is putting this all together in our pie shell. All right, see you just a minute. All right, guys, news flash. I realized I had more short crust in the freezer, which I've taken out and thawed out. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've doubled my recipe. Now, if you guys want to make 2 of these pies, then go ahead and double the recipe. By the way, I've figured out or realized that I think 3 eggs in the single version is just not enough. I added an extra egg. So in the double version, obviously there's 8 eggs in here. All right, guys, so I'm going to be right back and show you. I've already showed you the pie shell, and I'm going to go ahead and fill up my pie now. And I'll be right back. So the filling is in the pie shell, as you can see. While I was doubling up the batch, I put the pie shell, I wrapped it and put it in the fridge to firm up a little bit. I didn't want to leave it sitting out, but now it's getting nice and soft again, and I'm going to roll out the top, and I will be right back and show you when that's when we put that on top. It's really simple, guys. All right, guys, it's time to top this pie. So it takes seconds to roll out your top and carefully place it on top like so. I'm just going to push down a bit to connect the top and bottom. And then what you can simply do is get a fork. Do I have a fork? No, I don't have a fork. That's fine. Let's use a knife. And you can use a fork. Go around your pie like so. Would have been much quicker with a fork. It's a labor of love. And this basically just seals the two pieces together. Now my pie plate has a bit of a handle, so I'm gonna chop it off there. And then you can hold this up and go from underneath. It will probably be much easier, but just go ahead and take the excess off, like so. It's very easy. It's like Play-Doh, guys. Right, and then you have this extra stuff which you can make decoration with on top, which I will go ahead and do. Hope I'm showing you. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to poke some holes to allow the steam to escape. I'm going to give this an egg wash and put some decoration on. And I'll be right back and show you when that's all done, and we're going to put it in the oven. All right, guys, we're almost done. Malta. I've gone ahead and put, well, a rendition anyways of the Maltese cross on my pie. I mean, you don't have to put any decoration. People put leaves. Some people put, you know, little leaves and berries or whatever. But, I mean, it's not necessary. I just used up some of the scrap. Whatever you don't use, you can roll back up and put back in the freezer. It will freeze well. All right, guys, I just washed this with an egg wash, and now it's going to go into a moderate oven, and I'm going to check it from time to time until the top is nice and golden. I've saved my egg wash in case I need to brush a little bit more on there while it's baking. Don't think so. I think I've liberally put enough on here. And then I'll show you when it's out of the oven. All right, guys, our ricotta pie is almost done. Alrighty, gang, our ricotta pie is done. Now, it did rise quite a bit, which is a good thing because the eggs, I got a crack in there, but yeah, that's fine. It's nice. It's firm. I tested it with a knife and it came out clean, so I know everything is cooked inside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this rest a little bit before I cut into it. I did give it one egg wash while it was in the oven. If you find it's starting to brown too quickly, you can wrap it with some tin foil, which I did. Some spots are going to get a little bit darker, but that's okay. This is homemade. It's rustic. It is not store-bought. Even my Maltese crust has some lovely darkened edges on them, which is fine because it looks like it's really rustic. Alright guys, it smells awesome. I'm going to let this sit for a bit just to cool down because it's been sitting for a bit, but I know the middle will be like lava, like piping hot. Alright guys, I'm really pleased how this turned out. Try it, it's so simple. I'll be back and show you a slice. Alright, ciao for now. Hey gang, alright, so I've let my pie rest. It's still, as you can see, steaming in the middle, but it cut beautifully. Lovely. And I'm going to show you my portion. Oh yeah. It's really, really good. I snuck a little piece and it smells amazing. My accompaniment is simply an arugula or rocket or ricotta salad with some tomatoes, simple apple cider vinegar, a little bit of salt and pepper. I love rocket, guys. I can eat like tons of it. I love it. Right, so this is my dinner. I'm going to enjoy it. Guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please hit like. Please comment. And check out my other videos. We'll see you next time on Memories of Malta. Ciao for now.